showing you how to make some decorative candle holders using just simple jam jars and some cut paper techniques. Okay, for this jar, this candle holder, you'll need a glass jar, some PVA glue, some scissors, a pencil, a ruler and some paper. I've used some handmade paper just to give quite a nice effect, but you could just use plain white paper. First of all, you'll need a straight edge which will go along the base of your jar. So if you just carefully wrap it around your jar so you can measure for how high you want your paper to be. So where the jar starts to curve, just make a mark on your paper so that you can cut it to the right size. Carefully measure, draw a line across, and then you can cut out your rectangle to fit around your jar. Next thing is just to check that you've got about 1 centimetre overlap so that you can stick your paper on with each end overlapping each other. Now to make the pattern, fold your paper in half, fold it in half again for a second time, and then fold it in half again for a third time. You end up with a tiny rectangle. Leave a gap from the bottom of your paper, because if you make your patterns right at the very bottom, your paper will fall apart. You need to just make some little patterns, leaving gaps in between so that the fold of the paper will still hold together. They could be squares, they could be circles, they could just be curvy lines. Next step, carefully cut through all the layers of the paper to cut out little set patterns from the side. Hopefully, when you open it up, you should end up with a piece of repeating pattern of holes across the page, like that. Now you can try it whichever way you would like on your jar. Just double check that it meets at the back. Now usually down the back of the jar there's a little line where the glass has been merged. That's a good place to put your glue, so that's at the back. If not, you could just use any part of the jar. So put a layer of PVA, stick on one end of your paper and then carefully wrap the paper right around. Do a little bit of extra glue there just to make sure you have secured it and for the next layer to be able to stick on the top. So wrapping it around, making sure it's really even on the bottom. Then put a little extra layer of glue just to secure it. I also put a little bit of glue around the bottom just to hold it in place. Leave your candle holder to dry overnight. You should end up with this beautiful pattern. Right, now my jar's dried, you pop in your night light and the candle should just flicker through those little holes in the paper.